Hi family, day 10 of the Daniel fast, and I just finished drinking some hot water with lemon and apple cider vinegar. I threw in some little fruits in there to give it some extra flavor, and now I'm moving onward and upward. So I feel pretty good again physically, and I don't really notice any shifts in my body at the moment. I'll share those as they come, but spiritually, wow, a lot is going on. So, prayer has been something that came to mind when I woke up this morning. Excuse me. Prayer and my prayer life and what that looks like. So it seemed appropriate to be here at my little prayer spot in the closet to have this video. So, what I'm learning about prayer. Of course, I pray, and prayer is important. And, the prayer of a righteous man is powerful and effective, and all of the scriptures that talk about prayer. But on another level, I'm noticing something. The way I pray isn't super specific, and it's generalized, and it's sort of putting it in God's hand, which is, of course, it's in God's hands. But I think on a lot of levels, I prayed lazy prayers and nervous prayers. And what I mean by that is I didn't really fervently pray like, Lord, this is what I'm saying, and I'm looking for a specific and expectant response. So back to my study in Genesis. So Abraham sent his servant to find a wife for Isaac. And when he sent his servant prayed specifically, not for a miracle like, Lord, deliver this wife to my hands so that I can go home. It was more of a prayer for guidance, like, Lord, I need to find this woman, but I want her to be the woman you want for this. So can you please show me this woman specifically? Have her be the one who does X, Y, Z. And when she does that, I'll know it's the one you chose. And I've seen the story before, but it just struck me like all the things in life when I'm looking for guidance, these big decisions, or, where should I move? Where should I have this job? Should I quit this job? What direction should I go with this particular talent or this idea or skill? And in relationships with my family, my marriage, my, different relationships. And I ask myself, do I pray specifically? Like, not the Gideon prayer, like, Lord, put the, dew on the top of this to show me a miracle. And when I flip over this fleece, make it be a miracle again. Not that type, but more like the servant of Abraham's. Something specific that will make it clear that that is the direction you want me to go. Like a sign in the road, like, hey, go this way. And I just found it really eye-opening. And so as I started to contemplate, I started thinking about how I've prayed different things, but I've held back a little, like, it's God's will. Whatever's going to happen is what God is saying is going to happen. So I could pray for my marriage to be better. I could pray, Lord, please help us to have a better marriage that, looks more like the one you want and that glorifies you and all of this. But it's sort of this general prayer. And if you don't make our relationship better, or it doesn't get better, that wasn't really your will. And I think it was a cheat. It was like I cheated. I didn't. It's like I didn't really want to put myself out there and be vulnerable and really say, Lord, please, this is what I need you to show me. Instead, I was really philosophical and intellectual about it. Like, okay, well, look, I prayed for it. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. If it's not, it's not. And that's not the prayer, the fervent prayer. Put your heart in there, faithful, trusting, loving. I know, God, you want to hear my heart and you want to take care of me, your daughter. And my feelings and my prayers, they matter. And when I share my heart with you, you hear me. And you help and guide me. And it's different. I mean, he may still say, no, daughter, I don't want you to go that way. But it's different than sort of the antiseptic, well, if I'm not doing it, I'm not doing it. It was a protection. my heart was hurt and I needed to protect it. And so I just said, hey, it's God's will, so whatever. Almost like, what's the point of praying, really? God's going to do what he's going to do anyway. And no, it's not God's heart at all. So yeah, he has providence over all things. He knows all things and he has an ultimate plan. But through the Bible, he's shown us that, he wants to hear our prayers. And even in Abraham, when he lied to Abimelech, he lied to him, and God had to, rescue him. With that and with Pharaoh, God told Abraham, go and pray for that man, and I will do X, Y. God didn't need Abraham to pray for the man. God could have just done it. But again, he still uses prayer as his way of moving through his plan and keeping us involved and showing us. It's for our benefit to let us see our faith and let us see our growth and let us see how God is doing all these things for us. Prayer is powerful, and I have really limited its power in my understanding in the past. And now God has opened my eyes to see more. And I'm really encouraged by that. So, amen to better, deeper, richer, more specific, powerful, faithful, trusting prayers. So, that's my input for today. It's Daniel Fast. God is opening up so many things. So thanks for hanging out with me. Please comment anything you've heard or done, or please share. And like and subscribe, and let's keep moving along on this journey, this eye-opening, amazing Daniel Fast journey. So I will see you tomorrow. Igzy.